Hello, how are you doing today? My name is Relyea and thank you so much for stopping by. Today, I want to just discuss Knight Silksong. If you're anything like me, you are super excited for this game, and so I want to go over specifically the top 10 things that I am most excited for when it comes to Knight Silksong. So let's go ahead and just jump right in. And the number one thing that I'm most excited for is going to be Hornet's movement abilities. Just seeing the way that she runs, the way that she mantles up ledges, and everything like that. It just seems so fundamentally different from Hollow Knight. It looks like it's going to be so much fun. I have been extremely vocal about this. I cannot wait to just check out the just the movement in general. I think that it's just going to be faster paced and it's just going to be more fun all the way around. The second thing that I'm most excited for, and by the way, these aren't like in order of like most excited to least excited, is just, this is number 2 on the list. I am super excited for the abilities that we are going to see. Kind of like with the charms, like those grant us things like the Pompillo bombs and being able to use the spikes and different things like that. I would consider those abilities with the same way that Hornet can like throw out her needle and use that to get further. I'm sure she'll have different abilities along with like wall jump and maybe some sort of double jump. I don't know. I just want to see abilities. I would put those all in the same boat, just different things that she's able to do, different attacks, even like the guard thing that she's able to do. Super cool. I just want to use all the new things. That's gonna be super fun. The third thing that I'm super excited for in Knight Silksong is just exploring new areas. Hollow Knight was just so absolutely massive that by the time that I got to, oh man, what was that? The City of Tears. I thought that I was pretty close to being done with the game. I mean, it felt like at that point, okay, we've seen quite a bit of this game. It's an indie game. I only paid $15 for it. At some point, we got to be getting pretty close to the end. That was not the case at all, and I have a feeling that Knight Silksong is going to be at least as large as Hollow Knight. I can't, like, that's going to be so much fun to just explore all new areas and just kind of find everything. Like, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be so good. Before we get to number 4, do me a favor. If I've helped you out with Hollow Knight and you're excited for Knight Silksong, go ahead and check to see if you're subscribed. If you're not already subscribed, I hope that I have earned your sub today. And yeah, let's go ahead and jump right into the next one. So number 4 is new enemies and bosses. I cannot wait to just explore everything, because there's already like there's over what, 135 or something like that at the last count, and I'm sure that the number has grown by quite a bit. I doubt the last thing they're doing is just like adding enemies and adding enemies and adding enemies. They're probably doing a lot of polishing and playing around with mechanics and stuff like that. I'm only guessing. I literally have no idea what they would be working on at this point. Like, what is the last thing that they would be buttoning up? I'm sure they're trying to make it so that way speedrunners can't just like break mechanics and like beat the game in 10 or 15 minutes or whatever. I mean, I don't know, but anyway, I digress. I think that the sheer number of different enemies that we are gonna fight and just like seeing how their mechanics are different from Hollow Knight, I think that's gonna be super fun. Number 5 is the music. We've already had a little bit of taste for the Knight Silksong music. I know they've released a couple of tracks here and there, and this stuff is gonna be so good. It like, Christopher Larkin is so good when it comes to music. Like, I don't even know what to say. I mean, that just in and of itself, it's gonna sound so good and just add so much to the game, especially because the game is Knight Silksong, and apparently music and song is gonna be a large mechanic or part of the game. It'll be interesting to see how that all works. Like, is Hornet gonna use her needle in the same way or similar to I don't know, like the ocarina, flute for Zelda? I don't know. Is she gonna use it to be able to travel somehow or open doors? Who knows? I have no idea. It'll be interesting to see how all that works. And number 6 is the story. Hollow Knight had a story that was kind of difficult to get into. It had little bits and pieces all over the place, and you kind of had to put it together. And it wasn't until you got a little bit further into the game when you started unlocking certain things and abilities. It wasn't until you got to like the end game stuff that you could kind of really put it all together. I don't know, it was a little bit tough for me to really pick up like what Hollow Knight was all about, but the stories are going to be good. And along with that, number 7, I'm really looking forward to some Moss Bag lore videos. Come on, let me know if you're excited for some Moss Bag lore videos as well. I have a feeling those are going to be pretty good. I can't wait, because I'm going to be confused. I just know it. Some part of me, sometimes I kind of rush through the dialogue and I don't put it all together the first time. But Moss Bag, he's good at that. I'm excited to see what he comes up with. Number 8 is finding new secrets and endings and all of the above. It sounds like we are going to be able to take a lot of different paths to finding stuff or doing things in different orders. Whenever you find quests on like the quest board that people have wished for, it seems like there's something to do with like wishes or people wanting certain things done. Depending on what order you do those things, it sounds like that's going to lead you down at least a slightly different path. So it'll be really interesting to see how all of that works together and how it's going to affect the game and get you to where you're going over the long run. That's going to be really, really fun. Have I said that like 10 times already? It's gonna be really, really fun. Let's just pretend like I haven't been repeating myself over and over again. Number 9, I'm really looking forward to new mods. I mean, already the modding community has been just blowing up around Hollow Knight. It seems like there's just a lot of new stuff all the time in there, and the mods themselves are just kind of getting better and better. I have a feeling once Hollow Knight Silksong comes out, we're just going to see a lot of really cool mods, and hopefully things will be fairly similar between Hollow Knight and Silksong, so the mods can just be developed pretty quickly. I think we're going to see some cool stuff. I really do. Maybe we'll even get stuff from Hollow Knight modded into Silksong, or maybe some of the bosses from Hollow Knight put into Silksong, or I don't know, maybe somebody will even bring in like the entire like pantheons with all of the bosses from Hollow Knight and bring that whole thing into Silksong. There's gonna be some cool things. I have a feeling it won't even take that long before we start seeing some of those things. Last but not least, I cannot wait to see what kind of platforming and challenges that we are going to see in Silksong. I have a feeling that I can't imagine not getting a new version of the Path of Pain, and I want that. Maybe call me a masochist. I honestly enjoyed the Path of Pain. I thought that was super fun. Again, have I said super fun a bunch of times? Anyways, it's going to be a good time. I want those challenges. I want something that when you complete it, it was so difficult that you feel accomplished by doing something that was difficult. I want those challenges in there, whether it's platforming or just different mechanics, a bunch of super difficult bosses. All that stuff has been really cool, and I think that they did a really good job with the pacing of the difficulty in Hollow Knight. Like you didn't really have the overly difficult stuff come into play until the later end game stuff. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments below as far as what do you want to see in Hollow Knight Silksong. Does my list kind of match up with what you want to see, or is there things that you want to see even above and beyond what I had listed in here? And again, I'm gonna call you guys out. If you haven't subscribed, please do so today. My name is Relyea, and I'll talk to you again more real soon. Thanks. Bye.